Open your servers. You can work on it. Yes. So last time what we are doing, we are looking into the case statement or the pivot, as I told you, the union and the case statement. We are looking into it, right? So in case statement, we have seen that how we can create a new attribute by the calculations of the previous columns, right? So using those columns, we can have a new predictions, or you can say just using those columns, you can create a new column which will express the calculations of the previous one, right? Just like this one we have done. So let me show you once again to this one. So here what it gives that first name, last name, age. These are the three things we required here. Then see, in select statement, this case statement is also included, because as you can see here a comma is available, right? It is not separated from the select statement. It is included in select statement. So this is all the part of select statement here. Okay. So this is the fourth attribute that we require, right? That's why this particular case statement is here. Now here what happens when when we are implementing this case statement, what it does, see, when age equals is greater than 30, so we are giving a condition, and using that condition we are creating a new data out of the previous one, right? So here, as soon as I given the condition that if this condition is fulfilled, then give me this particular result. Okay. So as we can see, according to the age, we have given some conditions, and according to that particular condition, it created a new column for us, right? Now, as you can see, the complete case statement is as treated as a column name here. Then what we can do, because it is not looking good, right? So there is a function, we have used it, but if not used, there is a function called as okay. It is known as alliances. Okay. What alliances do, let's say experience, expert, or this. So you can say alliances professional. Okay. If you name as a professional and then you will run it, you can see that the column name is changed. So the whole thing, this whole thing will be represented by the name of professional. So the column name is assigned to it, right? Similarly, you can rename anything like this. Okay. You can name anything. We will see a lot of more examples of the aliases also. Okay. So this is the one where you have. So again, we are taking one more example here for the case statement, right? So if you will consider the case statement again, then let's see what other things you can grab from the data and use it into your case statement. So this is the one from the employee table. Let's take something from the employee salary table and say if we want to calculate the increment, that to whom how much increment we want to give. Okay, because see, if there are 5, 10, 20 employees are there, then you can easily give the incremented salary, or you can easily create the increased salary table for them. But in case you are working with a very big company, okay, where the employee number is more than 200, then how you will calculate the incremented salary? So either individually you will sit and do, okay, for this one, this one, this one, like this. So what will happen? How we can do it? So you will say that, okay, according to the different job titles, this time we are giving the increment. Okay. So how to identify, how to sort the persons who are salesmen? First of all, sort them, then give the increment, then calculate for each and every one. Like that? No. So what we can do? Let's see. Select first name. Okay, because we are calculating the increments. Last name. Okay. Job title. Okay. Let me correct it. Small a. And the salary. Right. And from where we want to grab it? We want to grab it from employee table. Okay. And we will implement a full join with employee salary table. On what basis? On employee ID. Employee dot employee ID equals to employee salary dot employee ID. Okay. So this will be the thing that we want exactly. So we will do the calculations also. So here we have first name, last name, job title, and salary of all the people here. Right. Now it is the cross join applied on it. Okay. So that the people who have the salaries and all things will be available. So now I need one more column here, calculated column. Okay. Which represents me the incremented salaries. Okay. So how we can do that? Put a comma and say, okay, we can put a case statement here. Okay. We will say when job title will be equals to salesman. Okay. Then salary plus salary into 0.1 close. What will it return? When the job title will be salesman, then what we need to do in a new created column, salary plus salary into 0.1, it means 10%. This is the 10% of the salary, right? So we are giving a 10% increment to the salesman. So I can put in a comment that is 10% increment to salesman, right? This will be the one thing. And similarly, we can repeat it for job title equals to accountant. Okay. Then salary plus salary into, let's give them 5%. Okay. Here we can give anything, 5% increment to accountant, right? And when job title equals to HR, okay, HR is not there. Okay, but maybe it will repeat it. So HR. Okay, then salary plus salary into, no, I don't want increments with HR just for the sake of things. So 0.001% increment to HR. Okay, and it with salary. It means not and else if there is someone else, like you can see the receptionist, the regional manager, supplier relations, like that. So all of them just give the overall increment of 3%. Okay, salary into 0.03, it will be 30%. Okay, so this is how it is done. And give and function and just say as align, say salary after raise. Okay, that's what we can manage into it. You can use cross join, full join into it also. Okay, if you say full join, in full join you don't need to put this particular condition. Okay, you don't need to put on here, right? Why? Because full join itself is combining the full part, right? So it doesn't need any specification. Okay, so execute it. Now you can see it is a full join, but we are getting a lot of different things here, right? Combined things are there. So you can see you can get the cross join. In cross join also you will get the same thing, right? So how many columns we are getting here? 99 instead of 99. Okay, 99 instead of 11. Got it? So the join will give you the inner join facility, and you can execute. Oh, giving you the same thing. So do you have employee ID in both of them? If you have employee ID in both of them, you can use it. Let's say if you will use this particular condition, it will be sorted according to your IDs. Now you can see that HR is not over there, but accountant, salesman, and the other are there, right? So you can see 45,000 was the previous salary. Now the new salary after raise thing is there, and salary after raise is 49,500. Got it? So this is how the thing is also done. All right. So this is about the case statement, that what you can create any sort of case. When job title is this, then create the salary like this. When this, when do second condition, third condition, like this. Okay, let me share it into your chat box also. So if you like, you can directly use this particular statement. So this is how the case statements are used. And if you are not getting the things, if you are not able to create it right now in your mind, then don't worry. because case statements are in advanced section of SQL. Okay, so if you are understanding what exactly is going on, then even it is good. Okay. Okay. So having any queries regarding case statement? If no, we can move ahead with the subqueries. I given you the data of W3 school. Are you going through the practices of W3 school? Let me know in chat box. Are you all going through the practices of W3 school also? Okay, that's great, Yasin. Good. So now what we need to do, today we are going to look into the subqueries. Okay. Subqueries also comes under the advanced section of SQL, but we say it is in advanced section. Why? Because you use it into that level. Okay. But if you will look into it, when you will learn it, you will say, no, this is easy. This is simple to implement. Just we need to think critically. Okay. So thinking critically will be very beneficial to it, that okay, it is easy now. You just need to divide it into multiple parts. Okay. And whatever we have done, it is related to that only. So let's see, subqueries will be used in select statement, from statement, and where statement. Okay. In these three statements, you use subqueries. So let's see how it is used. Let's take a very first example of subqueries in select statement. Okay. Simple, short, and very small example. Let's say select employee ID. Okay. The salary. Okay. Two things I selected from employee salary table. Okay. So this will be the statement exactly. So employee ID and employee salary I am expecting here. Now what I need to do, I need to calculate the average also. Average salary also I need with this particular select statement. What I will do, see, here I am creating a new select statement. Okay, select average. This is the aggregated function. Okay, average of the salary again from employee salary table. Okay, and name it as all average salary. Okay, so this will be the one statement. Let me move it over here so it will be easy to understand. So this is the one statement, right, where you will get a particular result, that is the average salary. Okay, if you will use directly the average salary, you need to use group by also with it. Till now we have not seen group by, that's why. So with this one, you need to use group by if you will use directly the average salary, right? But here you are using it in a subquery. Okay. Now let's see what will be the result. You are getting the average salary of all the employees in front of every row. What you just done, you created a query inside a select statement. And what it is exactly, itself a small select star from query, right? So if you want to put a calculated field, then you're using a subquery, or you want to expect a particular data, okay, and put it as an aggregated function, then it is used as a subquery. So what we just done, just think about it. We already using these kind of statements. Select star from this this table, right? So the same function we are putting over here, because this function is giving us a new calculated field, right? So to get this particular calculated field, it is very important to have into it, right? So let's see what are the other things we can do. So in this one, if we will say using another system, like the same thing, if I will say select, okay, employee ID, okay, salary, average of the salary, okay, as let's say again name it as average salary. I'm creating it without subquery, okay. So let's see how it can be possible, what result it will give us. Employee salary, and as we are using an aggregated function, what are aggregated functions? Aggregated functions are sum, average, count, minimum, maximum, standard deviation, variance, all these things, right? So these are the only aggregated functions, okay. Aggregated function, it means giving something from the calculation field, okay. And when we are aggregating the function, definitely on basis of some fields we are doing it, so we need to group it. So group by, here we need to group by employee ID, right? And secondly then by the salary, okay. So this is how you need to put the query. But what will happen, you can see here, you can't group it in a single result. From the subquery, you have seen that in front of every entry, you are getting the average of total. But here, by the other method, if we are using average of salary directly, then you are getting average of that particular ID only. Because here all the employees IDs are unique. Duplicate values are not there. Repetitions are not there. So for individual group ID, it is giving us the individual average salary also. It is not making the average of these particular entries. That's why to get that kind of results, this one, we need subquery, right? That's why the subqueries are so important, right? Now let's have a look in the another one. Let me share you this subquery. Second statement, we already used it. Okay, so let's have a look within the subquery in, let's say, from. Okay, in from, how we can use it. Okay, so in from, let's say, taking an example, just the existing one, right? So this one, this query, let's say this is the one query, right? This is the one query and I'm getting this result, right? Now what I need the employee ID and all average salary. This is the one table that is created from this query. So can I use this particular statement to to use this table? Because this particular table is not available in my data. If I will look into my data, I have only three tables: employee, employee salary, and IT employee. This kind of table is not available in my data. So what I can do, I can copy it from here first. Then I will say that, let's say, select star from which table? From, let's say, from this table. This is what I need. Okay, this is what I need. So from this table, what I need to execute and name it as, let's say, new table. Okay, so this is what we have here from this one. This is this state, its statement, right? So here what I need to extract, say, in employee salary and a new table, both contains employee ID. So I will say from new table dot, okay, employee ID, right? But the second thing, that is all average salary, right? It is not available with anyone else. So this will be the second thing I need to extract. Okay, now let's see what it will extract for us. Just those two columns, right? So I just used the query that creates a new table. If you will understand the concept of select, the concept of from, and concept of where, then you can easily create a subquery. If I talk about the select statement, what is the concept? Select, it means we are just selecting some data from columns. Select statement works with column. Okay, and what is about from? From is all about the tables. Okay, so from statement just extract a table, and select statement extracts columns out of it, right? So what will happen if we can create a new table and say from statement that, okay, this is a table just extracted. So that is also fine. It is not required that if the table is available in database, then only it will extract it. But if I will give it a new function, that okay, this is the function, it will give a new data also, then also it will expect it. Okay, understood?
I have a question.
So yes,
So the first part, select new table, employee
right.
ID. So is this a column?
Yes, it is a column. Na? See, when we execute this particular query, say I'm just executing this one. Okay, the selected one, the uh, average we used, or you can say the select statement that we used in the last one up to this point. Sorry, up to this point. So subquery inside a select statement. So what was the result that time? The result was employee ID, salary, and average salary. Right?
Yes.
Up to this point, you understood?
Yes.
Now, what we done? What is in front of us? It is also one table, right? So
Yes.
the result that is generated from this query is also one table. So if we can fetch this table into some other queries, then we need to insert this particular statement, right? So
I
yeah,
understand this part. Just the first part, which I don't select new table,
see,
because there is no column called new table.
the column is not new table. Exactly what happens? See, what we are doing, if you are using more than one table in a single query, this is your single query up to new table, this one, right? So here what we are using employee salary table also, okay, and we created a new table also as new table. As new table, it means we are just giving whatever the result this query is generating a new name as new table. So this particular result, what is in front of you, it will be treated as a table, and you can name it anything.
Okay.
And
So
first, yes,
you're
and
not creating a new table. This is temporary, yeah. So this will
hmm,
not be
it is
a new table.
temporary. It is a temporary only.
Okay.
Okay, and see, I given a name to this particular result. This result, this whole result, which is in front of you in the form of table, it is named as new table. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
and this new table name, this name is treated as a table now. Okay, and see, we are using employee salary and new table, two tables here, and both table contains employee ID also. Okay, so
Yes.
that's why I mentioned here that from where I want to take the employee ID. You can take it from the employee salary also. Instead of it, you can say employee salary. Just take employee ID from employee salary, and all average salary you already taking from this particular from statement. All right, so you
Yes.
can use that kind of thing also, because if you will see, if you will just say employee ID, right, then
Yeah.
it will give you the error. Okay, it executed, but majorly it will give you the error that multiple columns are found, because you are using two different tables also. Okay,
Yeah. Same column, which is employee ID
right,
in different table. So it would not know
right.
which employee ID
Hmm.
to use. It will not
That's
know
what
which. Yeah.
SQL will get confused that from where I will get the employee ID. That's
Yes.
why we need to mention it, that from which table you need to extract it. That's the only thing. Okay, so that's it for today, because the third one is where clause. In where clause also we are going to use this particular select subquery. It will make you confusing if you will consider all the three things at a time. Okay, so we are not taking that particular where clause today, but tomorrow we will take a small class in morning and complete this where clause. Okay, and I will give you more examples related to the remaining two. Subquery in from, subquery in select. I will give you more examples also related to it. So it will be more clear. Okay, so tomorrow morning, it is Saturday, but I will take the session. So first of all, we will look into the where clause, right? And then we will see two examples of all these three. So total 6 examples we will look tomorrow, because it is very important function, that is the subqueries. Whenever you are into the projects, you will find that okay, joins are using very frequently. Your subqueries are also used, because to combine or to get a calculated fields or that kind of things, you need subqueries, right? You don't want to create a new table. Okay, so just to having a new calculations, you use subqueries also. Just you have used the case statement. Similarly, subqueries are also used to having a new calculated results or calculated tables. Okay, so it will be not taking much more time of ours. So case statement done, union and all done. So these are the joins. Let's see where we are. Update and delete are done. So this is the content that we have. So where update having join union, this one is done. We switched on subqueries today instead of partition by. Okay, because partition by is somehow also some advanced things into it, and it will also confusing. If we will consider subquery first, then it will be easy to understand partition by and the CPU. Okay, the just after string functions.
Sir, what is this pivot in SQL? Like Excel, we are doing that pivot, no? The pivot tables. The same way it is. What is this pivot in SQL? The case statement only.
See, the case statement we have done yesterday. So, so particularly what happens in pivot? Pivot in Excel you use, okay, but pivot it means summarizing a data.
Okay.
So if you are getting a particular calculated results, or summarize the calculations, or giving a summarized results using the big data, then it is pivoting your data. Just like here, if you will see, it is implementing a particular calculation on all using all the data available with you. Just like in case statement, if you will look into it again, here it is, the small one. So here what happened, what this case statement is using, see, from the whole data it will look into it and gives you a particular result. It will scan the whole data and just give you a summarized optimized result or summarized result, that okay, those who are having the age more than 30. We just given a condition. So it will go through the whole data and analyze that okay, this is the age greater than 30. So it will assign expert to it. Okay. So it is like calculating from throughout the data and giving you a summarized results. Like if you want to summarize, you have a big data of say some e-commerce website, and you just want to summarize the sales of 12 months, 12 different months. Okay. So in Excel, even in Excel, what you will do, you will separate all the months first, that all the entries of January, February, March, like this, and then you will do summations of the sales, right? So it is not like if you have a very big data, suppose 5 lakh, 10 lakh entries per month are there. So how you are going to calculate it? But what happens in Pivot, it will summarize the data for you. You just need to select the columns and the attributes that according to month you want to summarize. Okay. So it will give you the calculations also. The sum, if you select the sales, it will automatically sum up according to the categories. Okay. So according to your requirement, you can summarize the calculations, your results very easily. Got it?
Okay,
So
sir.
don't worry, by tomorrow I will show you in Excel. So it will be more clear if you will see the things happening in front of you, that how it happens. So you have done pivots in Excel?
Not much familiar, but I have seen it like once or twice. It's
Okay.
not
Okay,
very
don't
well,
worry.
but
Don't worry. Almost 80% professionals have not used pivot. So if I speak frankly, in my initial 8 years of experience, I never used pivot in Excel also. So then after, whenever it is required, then only I start working with it. So until unless it is not required in my professional work, I never use pivot. So whenever it is required, then only I learn it. So it's fine. It is not like always we need to learn everything. It's not a big deal. So that's good. So by tomorrow, we will see multiple examples of your subqueries, and then we will look into one pivot. Okay, that's why I ask you, I say you always to ask question. What will happen, that new things will come up, and definitely you will gain a new knowledge from it. As Shweta asked about the pivot, then tomorrow I will show you uh, pivots in Excel. A preview I will give you, because whenever we are going into the Excel for 1 week, that time also we will work on pivot. So just a preview so that you will understand what exactly happening, right? So that's why always ask question as an analyst. If you will not ask questions, you will not get the exact outputs from the data. Okay, so that's fine. That's good. So you can download this query, as you know, and if up to evening, if the recordings are not uploaded, please drop a message in chat box, because sometime I got engaged in some work and it is just skipped. So if you will message me, I will upload it at the moment. Okay, I try my best to remember, but if it is not happened, please let me know in the chat box or in a group. Okay. For the yesterday also, I am sharing the recording very soon, within 15 minutes.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay then. Okay then. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome.